LeAnn Byrd, and LeAnn is the founder, owner, proprietor of the Sense of Humor, and she has the most lovely shop right here on the square at the corner of Crockett and Pearl. There's not a better corner on the whole square. So please step into the shop anytime. We're going to get to visit with LeAnn a bit, and I just want to ask you, LeAnn, what ever started you to create Sense of Humor and open your shop?
Well, I've always loved candles, just my entire life. I've always just, get up in the morning, light a candle, and just burn it all day. And I've also always enjoyed cooking. And as my children grew up, and whenever I became an empty nester, I kind of combined both cooking with my obsession with candles and just put it together, because candle making is very similar to cooking. You create your recipes, and then you say your recipes, and you write them down, and then you just keep copying your recipes. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the name Sense of Humor came from, I wanted to do something kind of unique and clever to where it's not just an ordinary candle label. It doesn't just say leather or vanilla. I wanted to put a little spice in it. So all of my names are, most of my names, about 90% of them, are a little bit spicy, like this one right here that they have.
Are they things that just come up?
They are, yeah. I tell my customers that it's my life experiences on a candle label.
So what are we looking
at? Well, no, except for this one. This one's called Cheat Day.
You're not a cheat day.
No, this one does not apply to me. But yeah, so that's how I came up with that.
The color and the name.
Well, so actually the color, I'm glad you brought that up, because I only make soy candles, and soy candles have got a ton of cosmetic imperfections. So I do not put any additives in my candles other than fragrance oil. So as the candles sit and as it's exposed to the sunlight, it turns a kind of an ultraviolet color, like yellow. Even if you do put a color into your wax when you're making your candle, it's still going to fade. Wow. So, and when you see a candle at the grocery store and they're looking very beautiful on the shelf, mine are not like that. You come here and it looks like a disaster, but in reality, there's no added chemicals to keep the shelf life from looking good. So, and the less additives that you put in your candle, the more fragrance oil you can put into it. So,
well, my favorite is that wonderful aqua blue.
Oh yes,
that you do. Yeah. I fell in love with that aqua blue.
Yeah.
And I burn that all day long when I'm in my home office.
Yes.
I don't get to sit hours and hours in my office, but when I do, I love burning your candles.
There's something about a candle, burning a candle, just makes everything better.
And what is it about the soy candle? Because they burn so long. I mean, they burn for hours, and they barely seem to even move.
They do.
So
when I first started making candles, I didn't have any idea, anything behind just lighting the wick and burning them. So when I first started doing it, I only made paraffin candles, because with my experience being a candle burner, it seemed like every time I would try to buy a soy candle, I would get it home to light it, and I wouldn't be able to smell it whenever I was burning. So there's a big difference on paraffin and soy, just in how much the wax will hold. Most paraffin waxes hold about a 10% fragrance load, and most soy holds about a 4%. So there's a big difference. After I had made, this is before I ever had a candle shop. I just had a little Etsy shop, and I was selling them on Etsy. So doing all my testings, it turned all of my air conditioning vents black in my entire house. Wow. So when that happened, I realized I am not making paraffin candles anymore. Wow. So I started really studying and really dove deep into learning about soy, trying to educate myself on exactly what was the difference in paraffin and soy. And there is a huge difference just right out of the box. Paraffin is a petroleum-based product, so it's the consistency of Vaseline, and soy is a natural product. So, but the downfall is they have cosmetic imperfections. So as long as you can get past them, you can get past that is perfect. So
I love them, and we'll see your lineup out here in a minute. It is just, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's pleasing to the eye, and then the aroma, the scent is just, it's magical. I love it. And the names are so funny. So, sense of humor. So when someone comes into the shop and there's so many candles there, I mean, do they look to you for guidance about how do they pick out a scent? I mean, how do you see different people, what they're drawn to?
Well, I mean, surprisingly, my candles are in no order whatsoever by, you know, masculine or feminine or floral. There's no order to them at all. If I see somebody stumbling, looking at the candles and they're here for a long time and they need help, I'll always ask them, is there something I can, is there a certain fragrance that I can help you find? Because like I said, all my candle names do not match the fragrances.
They're just
So
fun.
that's
so
right.
yes.
Yeah. So what happens is people come in and they get caught up reading the labels, and then I don't ever know if they're buying the candle for the label or for the actual scent, you know. So, and then I will also I tell everybody, like, if you come in and you find a scent that you like, but you don't like the label, just let me know and I'll do a custom label for you. So I offer that as well. So, and I don't charge extra for that. So that's always an option too.
And of course, I noticed when I was shopping, and I love looking at your whole lineup, you have the kind of the elements of the fragrance on there, like lime or gardenia or whatever. But you just mix them so well, all the different combinations. So how does that vary with different people, or does trends dictate that time of year?
It is very trendy. For probably about 2 years, my best seller was a mixture of gunpowder and cactus. This time of year, right before summer, it's usually floral candles. Those are very popular this time of year. Masculine candles are by far my most popular candles.
Really?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
And what is a masculine candle?
Masculine,
Like
leather.
Okay.
Yes, I have kind of a aquatic, masculine, kind of a shower smell, like a man just gets out of the shower. I've got that one. I've got that scent as well mixed with leather. So all sorts of little creations that we just come up with. So it's, yeah. And then the floral candles, sometimes I'll have the men come in that are looking for a candle for their wife.
A gift, yeah.
Yeah, and they automatically go to the floral candles, and I always tell them,
Maybe not.
yes,
Yeah.
because the floral candles are my least sellers. They sell the least out of all of my candles. So I think a lot of people just assume, you know, a woman is going to like the floral and the men are going to like the masculine, and it's just not like that. So
That's so exciting. So, well, I know, speaking of florals, you actually do have floral arrangements
We sure
that
do.
you're selling on the square here.
Yes.
How's that going? Because you
It's-
got a cooler and started doing
Yeah.
that about a month ago.
It's going great. My sister has joined me here, and she has had a mobile boutique for many, many years. And then whenever I moved to this location, the shop was so large that I just couldn't fill it all with my products. So I was able to have my sister come join me with, praise God for that. She joined me here with her boutique stuff, and then prior to her having a boutique, she was a florist for years. So she's added flowers here as well. So we're just rocking and rolling here. We got a little bit of everything.
Well, and what a great idea, because people can stop in on the way to the opera if they've got someone that's, you know,
Absolutely.
either performing or something, or taking a gift to dinner, or one of the wonderful B&Bs, to have something really handy right here on the square with the floral department. Really, that's exciting.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, it's great.
And so you came up with different sizes for your candles, so people can buy those in several different sizes, right? The same fragrances.
Yeah, I have kept my prices very low because I don't want to feel like I'm price gouging anybody, or I want everyone to be able to. I have such a passion for candle making that I just want to share it with them. If I could give them away to everybody, I would. And I literally used to do that when I first opened for like the first year. But I just have such passion for it.
Well, let's talk about the candle classes, because you love teaching.
I do.
The art of candle making
Yes.
too, I think.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
So how did those get started, and how does someone sign up, or how do you do those?
Okay, so I started doing those several years ago at my first location, and it started just with a little pop-up table, and I think I had maybe 4 or 5 people the first few candle classes. We started just by everybody smelling the candles that I already have made, just to try to get a sense of what
They're going to want to create.
Yes, and you also have the opportunity to just create your own recipe if you want to, just completely do your own thing. And then we sit, we laugh, we have a good time, we make candles, we make wax melts, we make a little car perfume, we make all sorts of things. It's a lot of fun. You're able to bring whatever you want to snack on, whatever you want to drink. It's great for one-on-one, it's great for Mother's Day parties, bachelorette parties.
So do they sign up for those in advance with you?
They
On
do.
the website and call
Yes,
you or? Yeah.
my cell phone number is on my website,
Okay.
so that gets you directly to me.
Okay.
It's funny though, because I'll have people that come in, I've had this happen several times, like date nights, a man and a woman, and the man just, you could tell the woman just had to drag him here, but afterward, the class of the day, I was telling them, oh my God, we had so much fun. Yes,
Awesome.
and their candles are always great, they're always better than anybody else's, so it's interesting to see that.
That's wonderful. So LeAnn, when I look at your wall down there of candles, it makes me happy. Just look at the color, look at the names. But do you do custom candles?
Oh, absolutely. I do. Actually, I have several businesses that have created their own signature. So they literally branded their own line of fragrance. It's a lot of fun. The staff comes in and they mess with the different fragrances and they put together their own fragrance. And anytime I do that for a business or a wedding or anything like that, I do not sell those fragrances here at the shop. The only place that you can get those
It's
fragrances
truly custom.
is truly custom. Sledge Distillery is one example. There's several candles that I make for them out there, and I do not sell those candles here. You have to get those scents at the distillery. And people come in all the time looking for one particular candle that they have that I make for Sledge, and I don't have it. So I tell them, you have to get it from Sledge. Yes.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Well, I know we've talked about, I want to give you a name and a logo and a brand, and I'm still kind of creating that in my mind. So I could just get with you and we could kind of brainstorm that. I know y'all have some great ideas, but that would be awesome because we need those special gifts. And I just know the candles that I have from you burn so long and stay around. That what a great gift. What a great gift.
I think it's very unique, especially if you put a personal touch on it, whether it be your own creation, a recipe creation, or your own little custom label, whatever you want to say on a label. I think it just personalizes a gift and just makes it a little bit more special.
Absolutely. And you know, for years there was such a surge of candles and then kind of got away to essential oils, and it seems like it's had a life cycle because now I want more and more candles in my home than I did maybe 8 to 10 years ago.
Yes.
So I see it coming back in my own home. Do you see that?
I absolutely do. It's always been in style for me. I've always been a candle burner. But now they also have these new, very beautiful, decorative, like candle lamps that you just put a candle underneath the lamp and you don't ever have to light it.
Wow.
So anytime I have a customer that I know is going to use a candle under a candle lamp, I'm able to put more fragrance oil in because there's not going to be a lit flame. So I'm able to add double the fragrance oil that a normal candle has.
So the candle is not flaming, it's just emitting in that makeup.
It's just a mason jar full of wax, and it goes under the lamp, and it just burns. It lasts so long like that also. I mean, it lasts so long. So, yeah.
Well, what do you see ahead? What are you looking at? I know you're a very forward-looking person.
Yes.
I love who you are, your relationship with your sister. I know how important family is to you and your church. I know y'all are holding a Bible study here on Thursday mornings.
God's been very patient with us, and He's showing us the way, so it's been great. We're looking forward to the building construction being completed. We've got lots of exciting plans and lots of movement going on right now, but we're looking forward to God's timing and to when everything's going to be set just right.
Well, tell me about your location because you are on the highest traffic count corner of the square. You're on the corner of Crockett and Pearl, and of course parking's right behind you. The shuttle runs here. The Opera House is here.
It's a great location. The Opera House on one side of us, and we have Granbury Live on the other side. We have Visit Granbury right across the street. So it's just a perfect location. Lots of families, especially being next to the Opera House. It's just a whole different dynamic at this location than what I previously had, just because of the location.
Absolutely. Well, did you ever think you'd be a shop owner?
No, I still can't believe it. No, I did not. I'm very excited to see what the future holds for Sense of Humor and my sister, Rustic Rose. I'm very excited to see what it holds for us.
Well, you're a great shop owner, and a great business owner.
Thank you.
And I love coming in here. She gives the best hugs ever. So if you need a hug, come get a
Come
handle.
see me.
Come get a candle and a hug. But
Thank you.
and we'll be giving updates because the business is growing.
Yeah,
So we'll be
sure
doing
is.
that.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Right now, I'm open every day but Tuesdays. I watch
Okay.
my grandson on Tuesdays.
Okay.
So that's probably not going to change for sure.
That's
But one of these days, maybe we'll be able to hire staff to where we will be able to be open 7 days a week. That's the goal.
So you are open a Sunday as well?
I am.
All
Every day
through.
but Tuesdays.
Okay. Excellent, excellent. Because we get so many guests on the weekends.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yeah, and there's so many customers that will come in on Mondays also, because a lot of the places out here are
Hold over.
closed on Mondays.
Right.
So that's kind of how I ended up being open on Mondays, because at first I went with the
Makes
flow
sense.
and I closed on Monday, and then I'd still be up here anyways making candles, you know, so I just have the door open and people just come in, and the reason why they come in is there's nobody else that's open, so they just kind of flow right in.
Well, as a business owner, that's what you do. You
Gotta
figure
do it.
out what works.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Thank you, Lee.
Thank you very
so
much. Thank you.